Morocco so far allegedly have been handpicking referees. Are they going to go to ShopRite and pick a referee for this game? I don't know. But all I know is Nigeria will play Morocco in the semi-finals of the AFCON and there will be a winner. Who do you think is going to be that winner?
The answer is very easy and very straightforward. I will always go for Nigeria. I can't go against my country, but I know it's a mountain. I know it's a huge task for Nigeria. The home advantage is there, but beyond the home advantage, the Moroccan team are a very very solid team. Let's be very truthful. They are a very solid team. They have the longest unbeaten record of the national team currently. I mean, they won't want to lose that unbeaten record at home, you know, when they have their sights set on winning an AFCON. So it's a very difficult game, very, very difficult game for Nigeria. They are solid defensively, they are very solid. I think they've considered just one goal, right? I think defensively, they are solid, midfield, attack. They have a very good coach as well. So everything is in their favor, right? But at the same time, there might just be this pressure on them to deliver that can crack them. So I am hoping that we can take advantage of that pressure and do our thing. We've been really, really good in the tournament as well. Like you say, one of the best team in the tournament. We've played very well. We've scored good. As a matter of fact, the our results are not necessarily a true reflection of the performances we've given in this tournament because even in games where we've scored 3 or 4 goals, if you watch these games in 90 minutes, you realize that we would have easily scored 5, 6 goals, in this tournament, which is very impressive. But against Morocco, it's a huge task. It's a very huge task. I just hope that the boys at the end of 90 minutes or 120 minutes or even during penalties. So yes, it's more of me being hopeful that we get
Okay.
it done
Okay.
than outrightly just calling Nigeria the favorite for this one.
Handy,
Mhm.
how do we get it done?
So for me, the way we gotta get this done is about high press because Morocco press is really high too. But one thing I've observed throughout the tournament is they press very high and intensively for the first 30 minutes, right? But I've understood something about Nigeria's press. Nigeria doesn't press anyhow. We have Lukman Osime and Ako Adams doing the first pressing. Like they're the first guys that go there to press. Then we have Iwobi Ndidi and Onyeka the tank observing if they are getting close to the midfield line, they go to and they press. So it will be very important the way we press against Morocco. And
Without
honestly,
Ndidi.
well, yeah, Onyedika to me is a very good substitute for Ndidi. Like it's seamless. It's just like for like player, and he might probably actually give more than Ndidi. I'm not saying he's better, but I'm just saying he might actually offer more, right? But the point is, and one thing I've understood about the Nigerian players is we have the strength to push, for at least 60 minutes before they could start making subs. The one thing I've said about Morocco is that their strength show in the first 30 minutes. So it'll be very crucial whoever gets that first goal or an early goal. If we can do that, get that early goal, I think to me personally, I honestly think Nigeria plays better against these North African teams
Yeah,
because they are not physical, they are more
more
technical.
technical.
And we are technical, we've been very
And
technical in this tournament,
physical.
we've been physical. Exactly. So I think it will be very important that we apply both, and the high press to me will be very key in winning this match. Honestly, the bookmakers have given Morocco as favorites,
As
but I'll tell
expected.
you this. I'll tell you this. Before the tournament, when you asked that what do you expect Nigeria to do, I said it's not about getting to the semifinal. It's not about getting to the final. It's about winning it. The only way that you can calm us down for not getting that World Cup ticket is to win it and showing the world that the best team in Africa won't be coming to the World Cup. That's the only way. And I see the fact that we got to the final in the last Nations Cup. We will definitely get one over this time. Nigeria has been the best team in the tournament. This is no sentiments from me. This is me analyzing the entire tournament, watching every single match, knowing that this team, for instance, the 2-0 win over Algeria was Nigeria's best performance in this tournament, but yet we had a game where we won 4-0. But the 2-0 win over Algeria, I would say this categorically. That is the most dominant Super Eagles match I have ever watched in my life,
True, true.
in my entire life.
Yeah, in the
That
big
was, yeah,
stage.
that was a
Never.
crazy
Yeah,
performance.
in the
I've
big
never
stage.
seen, yeah, in the big stage, I've never seen Nigeria perform the way they did. So, but guess what? We have to do one better against Morocco because we will have the officials probably against us because the pressure on them is not going to be easy. And we've seen
Yeah,
how the North African players try to, you know,
Manipulating referees.
manipulate. Yes, against Cameroon we saw that, there was a penalty call. There were times where you make a tackle and players are calling out for yellow card. So we need a referee that is going to be strict, that knows, will stand his ground and be,
let me say
very dedicated to what he's doing.
let me say something. This will be the second AFCON in a row where we are playing against the home side, and not just an ordinary home side, a very passionate home side. The Ivorians, very passionate. Even if you were not at the stadium, you could feel it. You could just hear the decibels. And I remember, was it Alex Iwobi or Ola Aino? I think both of them, they had mentioned in different podcasts. They talked about that final in Cote d'Ivoire. They said it was hard, very difficult to hear your teammates speak because of the noise from the stadium. They, as players, they could feel it. And if you can feel that in Ivory Coast, imagine how that will feel, or that how it's going to sound in Morocco. There are
mm,
going to be about 80% of Morocco fans in the
Maybe
stands.
90.
So it's going to be louder. All I just want for our players is to understand that they're going to go into, when you go to Galatasaray, is it Galatasaray who tells you, welcome to hell?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Galatasaray.
They should have that mentality that they are going into that place. And if possible,
True.
do a few trainings, employ the Mikel Arteta tactics, put a loudspeaker in the training ground, train with that noise, because that pressure is going to be there. That noise is going to be there. They are going to exaggerate. They are going to be so dramatic in every tackle. They're going to try to, simulate at every point. But make
Exactly.
sure you embrace that pressure, embrace that heat. I listened to Alex Iwobi on his podcast, or his vlog rather, and he said he mentioned Morocco, and he said they are scary. That's not what I want to hear my players say. But
Oh
I
my
know
God. And
I
oh my
understand.
God.
He said that, but not like he's being scared of them. Yeah, it just came out. The word scary came out.
But I'm
But
sorry,
I don't want that
Mares
mentality.
said that. Mares
Mm,
said that before our game too.
Yes.
Mares
So
said, I'm scared of Nigeria. They score a lot of goals.
yeah,
And Bright Osai said they could smell the fear in the Algerians. That's the
yeah,
one thing Real Madrid.
that
That's the one thing Nigerian players
should not even
don't
should
need to
not.
think
show.
about.
Exactly. Do not think
Don't
about
think
it. Don't
about it.
show any form of fear. In short, I want them to put so much pressure on Morocco that they start smelling the fear from the Moroccan players.
Osimhen
Mm,
said it too, that we are not timid. We are not
yeah,
timid. So I
Exactly.
need everyone to be on the same baseline. Have that
Yeah.
mentality. Don't be timid. It's going to be loud. Even if Morocco, especially if Morocco scores the first goal, because if you remember in this AFCON, I don't think we have considered first. Have we?
Yeah. No.
No. So
No.
no, not.
there's a chance that we may or we might concede first. And if it happens, your mental fortitude, man, you need to make sure that you are there, because the pressure will be there. You can concede 1-2. I don't want a situation where maybe something happened. Maybe they score one deflected shot or one free kick. Maybe they score two and we just go down emotionally. No, we need to know that we are in. We've got all it takes to score 4 goals against Morocco. I believe that. And like you
Yeah,
said, Handy,
Yeah.
Morocco, they can't keep up that press for 90 minutes. I saw them
They
against
can't.
Cameroon. If not for Cameroon not being very confident enough, they should have been able to score,
Yeah.
some good goals against Morocco. Because at some point they had the ball. They had the ball.
Yeah.
And someone like Hakimi, we know Hakimi is just coming off an injury. He's not 100% yet. He's not. We can actually do some damage to this team. I just want us to be there mentally. This game is all about the mental strength.